Alright, here we go. This is a ranked 1v1 on Biohazard between the blue player in the bottom left. It is MarineDrop in the Classic Striker, and his opponent, the red player in the top right. It is FriskyCow, also in a Classic Striker. FriskyCow, extremely experienced. MarineDrop is a newer player. I've been told he is not a Smurf. And, yeah, Frisky sent in this game, so I would assume that it is going to be fairly an impressive performance by this new player against a veteran. FriskyCow going with initial harass, killing creeps, but I mean his creeps died also, so he is probably a little bit behind overall. Oh, MarineDrop with a couple bear traps, catching on with the meta. And Frisky with Gemini instead of Longhorn, which is very... Oh, actually, Longhorn and Gemini, so he's mixing it up. Very uncommon to see someone have multiple tank types, and Frisky dropping a fixer to get rid of all those bear traps right away. Very, very quick, you know, not really reaction time, but quick thinking. Like, has the presence of mind to, oh, bear traps are down, let's make a fixer, move on. Very, very seasoned vet type of stuff. MarineDrop going for the corner already, even though he has not taken his left outpost quite yet. Frisky taking his finally now, way after MarineDrop took his right side. So MarineDrop a little bit ahead. He's going to get started on the rest of the units over here on the outpost. But this and this are AA, so that I guess shows a little bit of his inexperience. If he needed to prioritize on neutralizing that post, because the AA does not really pose any threat to, you know, to anything except your mech, basically. So, Frisky also starting on this bottom right. MarineDrop going to take it a little bit ahead of FriskyCow, but, you know, his approach has allowed FriskyCow to catch up a little bit. Frisky going to do a quick scout, sees where the majority of MarineDrop's units are allocated right here on the island. Actually, that's pretty much all of them. And Frisky going to try to sword down wherever he can, but probably going to be under a lot of fire from all the tanks that were over there. And actually going to drop a couple of precautionary heavy mines in anticipation of the ferry over from that island. MarineDrop himself taking a quick scout, trying to figure out where FriskyCow's units are. And they are kind of all over the place. He does have some here. Oh no, those are all creeps. Okay, so the tank here, and the majority of them are about to get started on the mid-fight, most likely. Oh no, FriskyCow did ferry over to this outpost, but MarineDrop seeing that immediately, so Frisky needing to pull out pretty quick to avoid any potential losses. And MarineDrop is actually going to drop a few tanks to harass here. Gonna also do the same thing and pull them back, as Frisky did catch him in the act as well. So pretty even game here, 26-18. Frisky is a little bit behind in upkeep. I guess that is due to the majority. Well, no, he has freaking heavy mines out, so he's kind of way behind in terms of unit power on the field. That oh, okay, a Bucky. Bucky is gonna just slowly whittle these away if MarineDrop does not come back and check on them. He is gonna start his attack on this right outpost. What does he have in queue to bring to support this attack? Oh, he actually split his units. He brought these over here, so Frisky going to be a little bit busy with that. He really needs to jump, or not jump, but take off and grab his units. He will be okay neutralizing FriskyCow's outpost, but a couple more Buckies were dropped over here. This will, okay, only a single ratchet. Oh no, 2 ratchets over there. But the 3 Buckies, completely unattended unit clump over there for MarineCow. It will take not as long as you would think. Buckies, although inaccurate, are pretty great per unit, but Frisky losing both of these outposts right now. MarineDrop doing pretty great harass, getting those outposts neutralized, getting further ahead in upkeep, because he will have higher income. And now going to start to ferry everything over, and I think he is going to actually go for the control on this post. Frisky dropping a couple infantry, will take it back under his control. Does he have anything in his build queue to defend this with? Just a lunchbox and a Bucky. Gemini gets taken down. MarineDrop has total control of this area for the moment. He needs to push in so he can prevent FriskyCow from building and you know, bringing in more reinforcements in that outpost, and that is exactly what he's doing. Heavy mines going down for FriskyCow, but that is way too late. That will not be able to arm before the tanks roll over them, and this is going to be a lost outpost for FriskyCow. But in the meantime, these Buckies are pounding away, and actually only 3 units left over here. MarineDrop will be able to get a pretty good surround on this outpost. Frisky has actually not been able to neutralize, or not, these mines have not been able to arm yet, and MarineDrop does have 2 ratchets in the area. Frisky bringing a couple more units to contest, but MarineDrop has too much unit presence in this area for Frisky to really do anything about it. MarineDrop now taking control of the outpost, has enough of us around, needs to probably put a little bit more AA down, but doesn't really need it, I guess. FriskyCow getting finished off. Oh, the Longhorn getting the last shot, but again, these units are pretty much dead, and the Buckies, I don't think they're in range of this outpost, but MarineDrop now ferrying over, needs to do it as fast as possible for the most part. Frisky coming back for the defend. Will he be able to do it? Yeah, MarineDrop now does decide to pull back. I think if MarineDrop did that a little bit faster and a little bit more consistently, he would have been able to. Oh no, and FriskyCow really low. MarineDrop not hovering over his post for that dogfight, which was really, really weird. Kept FriskyCow in the area, I guess. And now he will move up and try to take that other side. MarineDrop with pretty much his entire army on this island. It is a little bit dangerous to do that because FriskyCow is pretty much aware of his unit allocation on the map. MarineDrop dropping a single ratchet, I guess, to distract from fire or something. And there you go. But in the meantime, FriskyCow going to try to cheese this close outpost. Will it actually work? MarineDrop very distracted here, but again, even if he takes this outpost under his control, does he have anything in his build queue to an Archie? That's not really going to do it. Couple of zippers, but MarineDrop now going to be ferrying over from his island. This outpost will be neutralized pretty quickly. Not enough tanks in that ferry for MarineDrop. Mostly, I guess, like half tanks and like half healers and the other half. I know that makes 3 halves, but bear with me here. AA was like a 1-to-1-to-1. So, you know, if it was all tanks, he would have done that a lot faster. Frisky dropping a couple zippers for attack and put a lot of them on the corner, so they will just pelt away at this fort very slowly. Oh, artillery fight has started already over here. Well, not an artillery fight, just one-sided. 2 artillery up for FriskyCow. Has a couple of Buckies just in case some tanks are put in the front over here. But right now, MarineDrop is ahead 4 outposts to 2, so his income is pretty dramatically higher than FriskyCow's at this point. So veteran player pretty significantly behind, 39-32, so it doesn't really show in the upkeep as much unless you consider the amount of heavy mines that FriskyCow has out on the field, which is 1, 2, 3. Oh, and 1 bear trap down. Okay, 4 over here. 1 bear trap down for MarineDrop. Oh, and Frisky actually got himself killed over here. So MarineDrop going to try to take this opportunity. No, doubles back. Sees too many units over there. Is he going to get started on the mid-fight? Frisky might want to start getting started on the mid-fight as well. MarineDrop with a single Longhorn to harass, not really finding an opening, as FriskyCow has his units very well spread out and, you know, corner defending this with a Seeker and stuff like that, and bunkering his creeps. So MarineDrop's options are kind of slim, at least from his vantage point. Could have probably done a fort drop. Frisky going to get this outpost neutralized, dancing around this outpost. No AA over here to support for MarineDrop, and does get that outpost neutralized. And because they are islands, MarineDrop has to go all the way back to his creeps to get this outpost back under his control. He is not going to be able to just wait and let creeps walk in. So Frisky has actually shifted his fight to the mid, has shifted his focus to the mid, pointing the artillery in, checking out how many units MarineDrop has over there. Going to bring a couple Buckies, keep them out of tank range, but MarineDrop does come back and realizes that Frisky dropped those Buckies, so he does have to retreat them back to his outpost. 40-52, MarineDrop again is really ahead, but all of his units are either right here or right here. Literally on opposite sides of the maps, on opposite sides of the map, and in a 1v1 you can't really do a 2-pronged attack the way you could in a team game, obviously, which might be an option should it be a team game, especially on this map. You can kind of be able to do a pincer type of thing for you know, from those two corners. And Frisky just able to pick off a Longhorn that MarineDrop was not really paying attention to. Gonna start in the mid-fight as well, I think. No, he's gonna just ferry them to the corner. Oh no, changes his mind. Not really sure what he's thinking. Puts a couple of them over here. Is he just putting them down for defense? If so, they are not really that in, you know, great defensive position for that outpost. And yeah, Frisky using his units finally, while MarineDrop's units are all sitting and kind of waiting. It does give MarineDrop the opportunity, especially since FriskyCow has not taken this mid yet, and he will pretty soon as he is moving his units in. But he has not taken the mid yet, so it does allow MarineDrop to, oh no, he is now ferrying over, and Frisky does see this, and he will be able to sword these away as MarineDrop continues to drop more of his units. I think those will probably be a net loss for MarineDrop right now. FriskyCow is just, yeah, easily sorting them, dancing back and forth, avoiding that Longhorn fire, and MarineDrop is losing a lot of more units than FriskyCow is at this point. FriskyCow dropping some zippers for meat shields, or at least for distraction fire. MarineDrop continuing to ferry as much as he can. Literally all of his units have been ferried over, and almost all of his units have been finished off by the sword. Pulled back whatever he could, and wow, that was a lot of units down for MarineDrop. The upkeep balance on the map has swung dramatically in favor of FriskyCow, and he is pushing forward to this close outpost with all of his units that were at the mid. He has more units around the map, but he is outnumbering MarineDrop for sure over here, and finishes him off on that retreat back to that outpost. So what will FriskyCow do now? Will he push forward, or will he decide to try to hold right now? Couple of units over here on the right side of this post for MarineDrop. FriskyCow coming with another artillery. I think that's a little bit too close. It's with not outside of the minimum range, but Frisky could again just continue to drop in sword, just like that last ferry over attack by MarineDrop. Frisky a little bit low on health, but he will be okay, as he does have that outpost for support to heal. He will lose it because he pretty much used these tanks instead of fighting this fight to do fort damage. What is he building up? I'd really like to know, and I know this is not very accurate. Okay, I think this is zippers, not jackals, or something like that. So just building lots of zippers. They build really quick, and I think for their health, or sorry, for their amount of build time, they have more health than tanks per build time, if that even makes sense to you. So in this kind of high pressure situation, zippers actually do work, especially because they have a 90% chance, I think, if things haven't changed since back in the day, a 90% chance of spawning a runner. 24 to 27, FriskyCow has thrown a lot of his units away in that attack. But again, a lot of them are back here as well. No, none of them. All those dots were creeps, a fixer and a freaking lunchbox. And those heavy mines that he put down, that he could actually reallocate right now and put them here at the mid area. He's trying to maintain as much control as he possibly can on MarineDrop's side of the map, and MarineDrop still does technically have oh no, because he lost that post, he is not even in terms of income. And the gangsters coming out from MarineDrop have been coming out, but haven't really been too noticeable until around now, I guess, for me. And 27 to 29, even. Very even, but where are Frisky's units? I guess in terms of attacking units, there are some over here. He needs to bring them over. No, he does not bring them over mid. He sees that that outpost is completely unguarded, drops a single Gemini, and will get it neutralized. But again, because it is an island, his creeps won't automatically walk in, so he either has to manually ferry them over or make infantry himself and bring them over to be able to take that outpost under his control. MarineDrop with an overwhelming amount of units over here against FriskyCow. But Frisky with his sword, MarineDrop not utilizing that sword nearly as much as FriskyCow, forced to pull back to his outpost. And right now, FriskyCow is... Okay, no, they're even, because MarineDrop still has that corner. But Frisky now going to try to take this corner outpost. Okay, 3 soldiers, needs 1 more infantry. Creeps are coming out. No, he is building soldiers of his own. MarineDrop does realize that Frisky has taken that corner back under his control. And Frisky going to be able to hold mid fairly well. Oh, but no, MarineDrop realizing he's kind of in panic mode right now. He's falling behind, needs to get this outpost neutralized, and Frisky does catch him. Oh, he brought creeps, kind of assuming he would neutralize the post, which he did, I guess, but Frisky here to sword them to death. So no one will have control of this outpost quite yet. A few units down from MarineDrop. Oh boy. Oh, and great transform timing. MarineDrop does transform down at the moment. Frisky transforms up, so Frisky able to get away there. Oh, but not away from the damage he was dealt by those gangsters. MarineDrop actually able to get that kill. And gonna go back to his outpost to grab a couple of creeps. Taking the other corner back under his control, so now MarineDrop ahead, 4 outposts to 3. But slightly behind in upkeep, 25 to 31. MarineDrop going to do a ferry over. He did not hit any of these heavy mines. Let's see if any of those come into play. No, does not drop on any of the heavy mines in the area. But now Frisky pushing up on this outpost here. He probably will be able to get it neutralized, but MarineDrop with 2 outposts pretty close by, especially the fort being right here. Oh, I did not even notice these bot spawners went up. And he is just going to be picking them off with these buckies. let your units do the work for you if they can. So if there's nothing to actually contest your units with damage, then yeah, stuff in situations like this, he just drops a single Bucky. Oh, that last bot spawner is actually not going to be attacked because the Buckies are considering the fort closer to them than the bot spawner. Kind of hilarious. But Frisky pushing MarineDrop back and actually winning this battle, I would say. Although MarineDrop does have the gangsters, gangsters are incredibly strong. And the Bucky's still doing damage. MarineDrop forced to put one gangster down. I don't actually know if that'll win against two Buckies. Yes, it will. It will. And the Buckies were slightly damaged as well. But FriskyCow, okay, a little bit ahead, 22 to 29, continuing to spam Jackals, whereas MarineDrop, I'm not really sure if he's actually focusing here. A Ratchet coming out, I don't know if he built that or if that was out already, but that's kind of just sort of weird to see at this point. I would assume it would be just nothing but gangster spam and maybe a little bit of infantry spam by MarineDrop at this stage, especially because there's so much pressure going down in this outpost, and there are no supporting units that MarineDrop can really bring, except for the ones that have neutralized this outpost right here. And they're all the way on the other side of the map, so FriskyCow is kind of sort of in control of the game until now, getting killed by MarineDrop. MarineDrop now going to move in using this, you know, the absence of FriskyCow after getting that kill, neutralizes the mid, and now MarineDrop will have a much more commanding lead compared to FriskyCow here. Now just respawning here, Frisky needs to get this outpost back under his control. That's his only hope. That's pretty much it. Oh, and MarineDrop pulling back instead of keeping the pressure on, allowing FriskyCow a chance to make, I don't know, necessarily make a comeback, but you know, not get finished off. I think he had enough units to actually sustain that, regardless of whether or not he really knew how to execute. I would have really liked to see MarineDrop keep pushing forward and keep that outpost neutralized. Instead, he pulled his units back. Even though he didn't really need to do so. I guess there were, you know, the threat of the sword from FriskyCow there was pretty great, but without an outpost in control in the area, you know, it was much less so. I'd like to see a few more flackers or something like that out by MarineDrop, and FriskyCow doing a quick flyby. Just going to pick off whatever he can. One bot spawner down there did not decide to go for that. Don't even know if he saw it. But yeah, this game is swinging dramatically in favor for MarineDrop right now, 22 to 26. And once again, two heavy mines still out of the field for FriskyCow. A gangster drop at the fort, I think, or no, a creep drop, not sure. But now MarineDrop going to go for that right outpost. And with gangsters, we'll get the neutralized pretty quickly. Does MarineDrop have any points into missiles? No points into missiles. Okay, that, I guess, just shows his inexperience, but I guess it's pretty impressive considering the fact that he's able to accomplish all this without any use of missiles, and FriskyCow definitely has dumped a bunch of points into there. Yes, already has it level 4. Those missiles do so much freaking burst damage. And right now, MarineDrop continuing the pressure on the right side, while his creeps put the pressure up on the left. What MarineDrop needs to do is just get the neutralize ASAP. I think losing a net amount of units against FriskyCow is probably worth it because his income is so much higher at this point. 2 outposts to 5, which is pretty bananas. MarineDrop pulling back to his bottom right corner. You know, FriskyCow could have done the whole drop a single unit and just let that do the work thing on that bottom right. A Bucky definitely would have been enough, as long as he kept MarineDrop busy, or at least as long as MarineDrop kept him busy and didn't really try to go back to that corner. But MarineDrop with these random drops here against the level 11 striker might want to reconsider his approach. And he has tons of units down here. He could probably, especially if he mixed in a few AA units, he could probably just push straight up. And actually now going for the fort. FriskyCow with, I don't know if he has a Gemini in his cargo. Yes, he does. There's a stupid UI bug where you're not really sure what people have in their cargo, but that's mostly when they're in ground form. Okay, so now 35 to 22. I'm a little surprised to see that MarineDrop has not gotten a larger lead in upkeep than he has already. We're almost at 20 minutes into the game, well into level 4 creeps at 1859. And now it is kind of catching up to FriskyCow. The level 4 creeps are pushing up on that left outpost while MarineDrop drops the gangsters on the right. Pushing up, but they are pushing up at Longhorn speed, I guess. So it does allow FriskyCow to, I don't know, have a little bit of time to react, but does he even know that this is happening? Obviously now he does. And needs to start dropping and swinging, but he will die because those gangsters do so. Oh, he has a, okay. MarineDrop has a Gorgon on the field right now, so FriskyCow can't really approach the way that he wants to, especially Gorgon plus gangsters. Gonna try to start an attrition war at his fort, but at this point he's so far behind that MarineDrop can probably afford to just start throwing waves and waves of units away, and Frisky won't really have much to say about it. MarineDrop still not pushing forward. Gonna try to take this last post, I guess. Might want to go with the domination defense, or with the domination victory, and the Gorgon getting a finish on FriskyCow right there. MarineDrop with the last outpost grab here. Needs to finish off that Bucky for sure. Frisky now finally respawning. 18 to 36, so dull the upkeep on MarineDrop's side. The last outpost will go under his control. Well, no, Frisky's line over here keeps it neutral. If he does a mass move this way, or just a really quick ferrying over, he will be able to maintain control of this outpost. Frisky desperately doing what he can. Oh, I didn't even notice him take this outpost over here. Or did I? So Bucky's out on the field for FriskyCow. He's trying to kill whatever he can with those Buckies. MarineDrop in the meantime, neutralizing the outpost, gonna grab it back under his control. Yes, FriskyCow really desperately needs to hang on to this right outpost. And MarineDrop with a couple of defensive creeps? I'm not really sure what that is. And no artillery up for FriskyCow, which is a little, well, I mean, they might actually perform better considering how clumped up these units are over here from MarineDrop. So, you know, the single missile here and there for Bucky, especially with 2 ratchets back here, something like that. And Frisky gonna spam units, or spam missiles as fast as he possibly can, I think, to neutralize these outposts. Trying to get MarineDrop in the air there, but dropping a single zipper, trying to fly around to see whatever he can kill. And the gangster, yeah, he definitely needed to take care of that gangster first, or at least he could have stood over here so the gangster could not hit him. And leaves one bot spawner again. Not really sure if he even saw that last one, but now MarineDrop has finally decided to push forward, and Frisky has nothing here to defend with. Gonna get finished off by the Gorgon one more time, and that is pretty much it. This fort is toast. MarineDrop taking the 1v1 victory over the veteran FriskyCow. Very, very impressive. I think MarineDrop, I think I just checked, actually, he was in global chat. I think he's just level 18 or 19 or something like that. So, great performance by a new player. This replay sent in by FriskyCow. Definitely able to appreciate a good game, even though there was a loss. I'm going to move away here because, weirdly enough, you can take control of the mech after the game is over. But yeah, it's really great when I see people acknowledge how good a game is even though they lost. I think Shadow McGear just sent one in against Scrippy. That game was awesome, even though he lost by a hair. People can appreciate good games when they see them. I really, really appreciate that from you guys, the replay submission people. Speaking of replay submissions, please send them in. There is a link in my video description that says something like how to set up replays or submit replays to me or earn green stars, some crap like that. I don't know. Read it all. Carry me 2v2 tournament by this guy right here, FriskyCow. I'm going to be on April 21st. It will be a balanced style format tournament where the highest ranked players are going to be paired with the lowest ranked players. 1 will be paired with number 32, 2 with 31, and all the way down to the middle guys being paired together. We will see how interesting that tournament turns out to be for sure. So, April 21st, 8 a.m. Pacific, 11 a.m. Eastern. Sign up and show up. This is Areyouwhy, and that is game. See you next time.